Let's get physical. Welcome back to a very special episode. The kind back in the 80s TV shows where someone would get molested. But that's not happening on this episode. A very special episode of our weekly entertainment podcast, Spitball Media. We're going to spit out our physical media collections. The three of us for the first time ever in the history of ever. My name is John Draper. Joining me is a very excited Shaheen. Shaheen, you are a king of physical media.
I am, man. This is probably the most excited I've been for a show because this is my type of shit, man. This is what I kind of thrive in. So excited to share with you guys some shit that I got. I tried to kind of keep I guess some of my favorite stuff, but there's so many, man. We could do 45 of these shows.
Oh yeah, for sure. And B. Show Brian, you have a tank top on, so you are ready to get physical media.
I feel like with the beard and the hat and like the way my shoulders are shaped, like the whatever, I look like young hillbilly Jim. I just got a very hillbilly Jim looking thing going on, like the sort of lengthy but not quite.
You look like a guy who may or may have got caught doing something he shouldn't have been doing in a southern part of the country. Using a word he probably shouldn't have used in a restaurant, possibly an Applebee's, maybe what's that country store one? What are those called?
Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to take a shit.
Oh, yeah, you have a couple of hurricanes at the Cracker Barrel. Shit gets crazy. What do you know?
For sure. If you're joining us for the first time, normally we spit out the top entertainment stories of the week. We watch a lot of cool trailers. We go over entertainment news. But this is a very special edition. It's going to spill over into our Patreon, and that's a wonderful plug to give you. If you got $5 burning a hole in your pocket, you can go to patreon.com/spitballmedia. $5, Shah. I mean, you can't get too much physical media-wise, but you can get a lot of auditory stuff for $5 in this universe.
Well, you literally cannot get anything physical media unless maybe some DVDs. DVDs are pretty much worthless nowadays. So maybe some of those, but yeah, I'll go through some of these collections, man. I mean, some of these are like $75 for one single fucking movie. That's the normal price nowadays for like a collector's edition. You're paying $75 for a normal movie. You're paying $30, dude.
Wow. Jesus
for a standard like shitty, just like $30 nowadays. Yep.
So B-Show, that even makes the $5 for the Patreon with like 1,300 plus hours of exclusive content an even bigger bargain than it is.
It is. Every week, John, our bargain gets better and better. You have all of the hours of Spitball Media, plus going back to the days of Break the Apocalypse. All their Q&As, bonus shows right here at patreon.com/spitballmedia. Back to you, John.
Well, thank you so much, Brian. Hey, what kind of participation you got coming in from the Northeast? I see you got is it a little warm there? Is it a balmy 73 in the Ohio Valley region?
It's balmy coming in from the bottom of the country, but we have this nice northerly wind coming in from the Canada region. I even got the hair. I told Shah I haven't got a headache in a while, or a haircut in a while.
You haven't got a headache in a while? Well, I would hope so.
I'm married. I get those frequently. But
the demons have slowed down.
Yes. But no, my hair. I'm looking like a 80s.
I know. I haven't shaved in weeks. It's getting summery now. But thank you to the many people who've been supporting the show. We got a link up for the Q&A for June. We just did the May Q&A. B-Show Brian is dropping a very special bonus episode. And listen, best time. There's no bad time to get into the Patreon, Shah. But this would be a great time. Get into some summer Q&A.
Absolutely, man. We just did a beautiful Q&A. I think it was damn near almost 3 hours, right?
It was long.
It was almost 3 hours.
It was long. Everybody was sober. It was unbelievable. Yeah, it was a good one. There was a lot of good questions in there. So thank you guys for participating. We had a lot of new people in the Q&A. We got a lot of new people in the Patreon. We got the old school people. B, who's hanging out in the old chat room?
We got the Slave Cheeks. Eric Turner.
Oh, what's up, Eric Turner?
Robbie Richmond, what's up? Good morning.
Oh, over from the across the pond, my brother from across the pond.
Donald Q. Stoney Esquire.
Esquire, yes, you have to have the Esquire.
Terrell Thibodeau.
Oh, good friend of mine, Terrell Thibodeau. Known him for a long time.
Yeah, we got Chris Matthews.
The Chris Matthews.
We have Rojo Bear 24.
Oh, Rojo Bear 24. Okay.
Let's see, John JLD 999.
AKA Young John.
And they're filing in still, but that's it so far.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for hanging out. Now, look, this is a special edition. We're going to table all the entertainment news, and there's a shit ton of it. A lot of good trailers. We're going to get to some big ones next week for sure. But tonight is about physical media. Now, Shah, for people that aren't in the know so much of physical media, how would you describe the term physical media and what falls in that umbrella?
So, I mean, anything from cassettes to VHS to DVD. And I have some examples. I brought certain titles that I have, like the DVD, the Blu-ray, and the 4K, so you can kind of see like the evolution of it.
Jesus Christ.
And that's over 20 years. You know what I mean? I mean, the DVDs from literally 25 years ago, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah, fuck, dude. That's really 25 years old. Holy shit.
Well, I got stuff that goes way
dude,
past
I just had a
that.
fucking meltdown, man. I didn't even holy fuck, dude.
I think Truman was president with some of the stuff I'm going to put on the screen.
Dude, this was one of the ones I used to steal when I was a kid. You know, I stole this from Borders. You mean to tell you I stole this 25 years ago?
Oh my God.
Fuck, dude, I feel
Borders,
now, man. I just aged like 10 years, dude.
What? Good Lord, Borders. Now, I want to point this out. I've talked about this shirt before. This is my, speaking of physical media, this is my Miloš Serbian film t-shirt. And you can see I got a little parade of some physical media stuff in the back there. This actually came with a DVD and a poster for the first time that it was released in the States. So I have the original. We'll be showing that on screen. I'll be opening up that for a little bit. I like to wear this shirt, B-Show, when I used to pick the kids up from school. I got recognized by wearing it in a TCBY once. You know, it's a family shirt. I wore it today to work. I did.
Just under a blazer or a sport jacket.
No, I had like, well, it's not. It was like not. I had like a Hawaiian shirt on, but yeah, I wore this. I wore this to work.
No, that's nice. You know, anytime you can wear something like that to work, it's a nice kid.
Well, I work in porn, but we don't really talk about my job. But B-Show, how would you describe physical media? Like, what do you think is sort of like the first time you sort of heard that kind of knocking around? It's been a very buzzworthy sort of term the last couple of years. The death of physical media, the rise of physical media.
Well, in that sense, I think of, like Shah said, anything, when you see a movie in theaters, it was always like an anticipation for when it would come out on VHS or when it would come out on DVD, when you could rent it, when you could buy it. So to me, that's what I think of. It's a physical media release on tape, on CD, on Laserdisc, for those of you who remember.
For sure.
Some will say that was the premier visual and sound experience, but I digress.
The Laserdisc, yeah, for sure. VHS, like Beta, like honestly, like Blu-ray, the origin of the DVD, like Shah pointed out, as it went.
Did you guys have Betamax back in the day?
I vaguely don't remember the Beta, you know. Some people are talking in the chat there. Physical media is forever. Rojo Bear 24 says. Eric Turner says, I still buy CDs of artists I like. Me too. I get CDs occasionally. Don Stone, I used to buy import CDs, and that was a thing for sure. Import vinyl, import CDs, picture discs. And of course, Eric Turner says it's something you could hold in your hands. Yeah, Shah, I mean, really, with a lot of things being changed and scrapped due to a more touchy world that we live in, physical media, you don't have that problem.
Yeah, exactly. It's I think it's gonna preserve like movies too. You know what I mean? Because if it wasn't for physical media, a lot of movies, man, the original negatives are gone. They rotted away. They were never taken care of. So a lot of these movies that you're seeing upgraded to Blu-ray and so forth and so on, like all they have is the VHS tape or the DVD scan or whatever. So it's very important. It's not just about like owning it personally. Like it's saving literally the history of film. It's saved so many movies. I'll get into it later, but like Vinegar Syndrome, that's literally their mission goal, is to just save movies from rotting away. That's the whole goal. Like hidden, underground, forgotten movies, I should say. You know?
Well, hey now, Rich Dow said, Shah made a great point when he was on the show. With physical, you don't have to worry about being changed. And Slave Cheeks is bringing up Sam Goody. I remember seeing my own records in my album in Sam Goody or Tower in Manhattan. That was kind of a big fucking deal. But listen, we have a ton of stuff to get to. So please consider going to the patreon.com/spitballmedia. And I want to kick things off if I can, because I very rarely come out the box with physical media stuff. But since I'm wearing the shirt, I thought it was only apropos to talk about the origins of this shirt. And obviously a Serbian film, people are familiar with it at the time. This was the very first release of a Serbian film. This is it right here. This was the first time it was ever released. This is on this is actually regular DVD. I don't believe it's Blu-ray. This is the first version. Now, this was considered the unrated version. Now, I will like to point out that it's been released since then I can barely see who actually even put this out, but it was SerbianMovie.com. And when you opened it up, not much here. You get your own little. You get a free digital copy of a Serbian film. It's only a 1-disc, Shah. And
do you want to give that away, or do you not want to worry about being on a list or something?
Yeah, I never thought of it. This also came with a poster and this shirt. This is, I want to say, Shah, what, 2007 or 8? Probably around that time.
Blu-ray? That's the Blu-ray, right?
This is the first Blu-ray, the unrated Blu-ray.
So I got the one that came out like maybe 4 years ago. I'm pretty sure it's probably the same company. Yours is probably Unearthed Films.
I think it is Unearthed Films, yes.
Yeah, so they put it out. I think it's going to be the same same Blu-ray. I don't know if it's an updated scan of it. I don't know if they rescanned it to try to.
It might be. It's a long time ago, and quite frankly, I didn't find it to be all that in a bag of dicks. You prepare yourself for like the worst. Now, the version you have, Shah, I think is more hard than this. For this was unrated for America. This was not the version that.
No, this is completely uncut. Yeah,
yours is completely uncut. Yours is infinitely more hard than mine. But you didn't get the snazzy T-shirt, and the poster.
I did get the poster. The poster's inside it.
Okay. But, the poster, if I'm not mistaken, is. Let me just see here.
I think it's the same cover as this. Mine is this one.
Yeah, I forget that's what the poster looked like. Yeah. It was $70 at Comic-Con back when I owned the comic book store. I don't know what it's worth today since it was the first one that came out from Unearthed. I have no idea what it's exactly worth at this point. But
it was worth a lot though, because it was out of print for years. But now it's like
now it's a little bit
past day.
Bisho, you still never seen the movie, right? You're waiting for them to put the musical out, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. I'm waiting. Actually, I'm waiting for the extra double special, uncut version of all the extra footage that they haven't shown. No, I have no desire to see that movie. I've heard that, first of all, it was just kind of a hype movie that, it's so terrible you have to see it, and that it's not very good. And I just, from what I've heard, I just can't.
Yeah, you're not missing much. I mean, it's overrated. But Bisho, why don't you bring up show us a little goodie you got there in your tank top, turning everybody on in the chat room.
Let me grab it. Hang on a second.
And we have Chris Matthews talking about the Soundgarden is the lost one thing standing. In my small town, thrift stores are a good source. Eric Turner saying.
Have Shah go ahead. I forgot to grab something on my shelf.
Okay, Shah, and I love the shirt that you're wearing. Shah, why don't you drop a little goodie for the crowd?
Yeah, so this is a triple. Same title. It's kind of just the evolution of the movie on physical media. Mm-hmm. So this is one of the first DVDs I ever had. And this is 25 years old.
Wow.
It's the Wicker Man, the special edition in a wooden box. It's
my
crazy.
God.
They actually burned this on there because every edition is different.
Oh.
So they burned this on there. The side is burned. The back has this.
Oh, that's fantastic. Who released that?
I want to say Anchor Bay.
Oh, wow. Oh, this is fucking great.
Yeah,
you can put your weed in that box. You could put your weed in it.
You could, yeah. There used to be like a poster and some other shit in here, but I think I just took it out.
Well, now you could put your weed in it.
That is true. And then I rebought it when it came out on Blu-ray. So this is the DVD.
That's the regular standard region DVD.
Not standard. This is like the collector's one. This was limited.
Okay, but in terms of play, you play it on a regular DVD player.
Yeah, Blu-ray player. It's just region one.
Okay.
I'm pissed I bought this because I bought this about a year ago. And I imported this from Australia.
Oh, good day, mate.
I paid $100 for this after shipping. This is the Wicker Man on Blu-ray. It's got a nice box set. Very sturdy box set. It's
sturdy box. That was my nickname in college.
Thick ass cardboard.
Which was my other nickname in college.
3 cuts of the film. So it's got 3 different cuts.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's got the international.
Now, Shah, just to let people know, this is the original, not the Nicolas Cage one.
Yeah. This is the original. This is definitely the 1970s.
Not the one with the bees.
No, absolutely not. And the reason why I'm pissed about this is because, by the way, I love the side slits. It's got little.
Oh, that's great.
Ones that comes on there. So Imprint Films, they put out great stuff. Again, the box, this will never break. This is not some shit that's
Oh, that's
but I'm pissed because this came out on Blu-ray. I mean, on 4K. So I bought this on Blu-ray in 2023. Immediately in 2024, this came to America
Blu-ray
from Lionsgate.
4K, yeah. Restored.
On 4K, they upgraded it to 4K within a year. Paid $100 for that. Got this at Best Buy, which is a fucking beautiful steelbook.
That's
got
gorgeous.
this for like $25. I mean, still
that's a great price.
Yeah,
Now, Shah, for 4K restoration, does that affect the player? Like, what do you play a 4K restored?
So
Is it Blu-ray?
No, so you need a 4K television and you need a 4K player.
Right. Okay. 4K. Okay. So did they have an all-region DVD player at this point, or no? You have to have multiple.
Yeah. That's what I have. So that's how I can play the Australian versions.
Okay.
So my Blu-ray player. I mean, you have to get it like from the black market because they have to crack the code. Like, there's no actual Blu-ray that you can buy that's just region free. You have to kind of crack it. You have to like.
Oh, for God's sake!
Jesus. Yeah. But I'm pissed this came out because I love this. Again, it's got this little slip that comes on there.
Gorgeous cover there. All of them look great, right? B-Show, like every one of them looks like great.
And the one had some like Midsommar vibes coming from it. You know what I mean?
You know what we'll do since we're doing this and it's a physical media thing. If no one's seen this, it comes with a digital code. I didn't even realize it. So I'll go ahead and give this away. You guys can whoever wants, go grab this and do yourself a favor and watch this movie ASAP. Go ahead and screen capture that, and I'll put it in the chat room as well.
There you go. Well, this is excellent, chat. Well, boy, you guys are spurled in there.
Who wants it? Drop it in the chat because it was very hard to see the code on there.
Yeah, or backwards. Or you can go to the Twitter right now, and the first person to send us a DM with the we'll have the code sent to them. How about that?
Yep.
So this way you don't have to leave the show. B-Show Brian, get in the game, buddy.
All right. So speaking of slipcover, I think I've talked about this movie before. A couple of years ago, we talked about some obscure movies that we liked, and I mentioned The Black Room. That's also a favorite of Mike from the Necromaniacs podcast.
Yes, The Black Room.
Am I still on the big screen? I think I'm the only one.
You're still on the big screen.
There we go. There we go. Challenges. But this is a set called The Taste of Evil. I think it was from a horror anthology series from like the 1960s or something like that. Like Shot has a bit of a plastic slip with blood kind of effects on it.
And this is regular. This is Blu-ray or DVD?
DVD, I'm sure.
DVD. Okay, yeah.
My brother bought me this from Best Buy in like 2006, but this is a picture from The Brain That Wouldn't Die.
Oh, God.
And it's just a list of like 12 different pulpy movies like The Black Room, Attack of the Giant Leeches, The Giant Spider Invasion, Invasion from Inner Earth.
Jeez.
And then nothing special, just some standard.
But there's a whole. How many discs are in there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Damn.
But only about 12 movies.
I love the cover, though. The cover is great. And how old are these movies? Are these like 60s, 70s?
Oh, let's see. 1965, 1974, 1984 is the newest one.
What's from 84? I'm just curious.
That was The Black Room.
Black Room. Okay, yeah. Mike Necromaniacs is a bit. They're covering Angel Heart, I think, on the most recent episode.
Oh, nice. But it's funny, until we talked about this today, I haven't opened this in so long, I forgot that it had the blood effect on it. So
this is fantastic. So unfortunately, I have an incomplete, but this was something I bought. I feel like this might have been an exclusive at the time. This was The Cult of Eric Cartman. And it came with a sticker and like a membership and like a booklet. And unfortunately, I lost one of the fucking DVDs. This is a regular DVD. I have not seen this. This is probably completely out of print. But I love this. This is fascinating. And then for shits and gigs, I wanted to share this. So one of my favorite movies from back in the day was the G.I. Joe movie. I was a huge collector in the 80s. And this is if you could see it here, this is a special collector's edition, standard DVD of the movie when it came out. Now, what makes this a collector's edition is that you have 25 original public service announcements, the 2 theatrical trailers, 2 vintage commercials, and an audio component as far as this goes. And if you've never seen this, this is actually great. Don Johnson, who is like the top named person in this. Shah, you familiar with the G.I. Joe movie?
Funny enough, I think I bought it from Blockbuster when they were going out of business, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, this was from Rhino, the child edition. Don Johnson, Burgess Meredith, and Sergeant Slaughter, guys. These are the top 3.
What a cast. Holy shit.
What a cast, right? Now, not to be outdone, I do have to, I wanted to share this. So many people know I owned a comic book store, and to kick that comic book store off, we hired some women from, let's just say, more softcore fare from Seduction Cinema. We're talking about Darian Kane, Misty Monday, and of course some other women there. And they came in. They kicked off the opening of my store in 2006, and we have here some signed from Seduction Cinema. We have
Oh,
Erotic
nice.
Survivor and Playmate of the Apes. Now,
Playmate of the Apes.
Yeah, I do have Lord of the G-Strings somewhere. And these are signed to the Brooklyn Monster Factory shop.
Oh my god.
And are those autographs on there?
Yeah. They did an in-store appearance. When we opened the store, we had 2 of the 3 Lord of the G-String girls, as far as they go. Now, I keep these buried with a Serbian film, just so no one sees like what's going on. And unfortunately, one of these girls is dead. She passed away.
Does this guy know how to party or what?
Yeah, I forget her name. Shit, I feel terrible, but she was lovely. She passed away a couple years ago. So
Right.
yeah,
I got something kind of related to that. It's not porn.
Well, technically, that's not porn either. It's softcore porn.
Either way. So my grandpa, when he moved out of his house into his apartment, my dad was cleaning out the basement, and he says, "Hey, Brian," and I thought it was sentimental. He goes, "Your grandpa, I found something that he had. I figured this would mean a lot to you, and I wanted you to have it."
Was it Lord of the G-Strings, the director's cut?
No, it was the Sable Tori Wilson Playboy.
Now, was he getting Playboy in the mail? Because that was a big thing back in the day.
I don't think my grandpa was buying it at the newsstand. I think
He's probably getting it in the mail.
You know what's hilarious? This is so coincidental that it's crazy. I actually convinced my grandpa to go to Borders with me and buy me that issue of Playboy.
Yeah,
literally, my grandpa bought me that fucking Playboy. That's crazy.
That is pretty crazy, actually. That's actually pretty crazy. Shah, share the screen. Show the kids what you got for them.
Yeah, so the next one is I know, John, you're a big fan of this movie. Andrei Zulawski's Possession.
Oh, I love Possession.
This is one of my favorite editions. It's velvet.
Phenomenal. It's a brilliant movie, regardless of genre. It's
look at this casing, though. This is fucking velvet.
Who put that out?
I don't even know, man. Mondo Vision.
Wow.
And look at the back. It's all velvet and shit. Then when you pull it out, it's got some beautiful art. It's got Jesus on the back.
Wow, it has Jesus in there.
Yeah, it's got titties on the front.
Titties on the front, Jesus in the back. That'd be a great name for the episode.
So it opens up, and then
oh my god, how much is this worth?
Probably close to 100 by now. I think it's sold out. I don't even know how to open this shit, dude. I haven't even opened this ever.
Well, it's fantastic looking.
It's got 2 discs, and then I think it's got a booklet in here too. It's got a book.
Oh my god,
what is this?
This is phenomenal. How much was something like that go for? I mean, because you have the actual value of when you purchased it, and obviously these things generally go up.
Yeah, so I bought it for about like $50, I want to say.
$50.
So it opens up like this. I bought it for like $50. With shipping, I think it was like 60, but this is years ago. Yeah. So I think it's sold out now. I'm pretty sure it's like over 100 now. Jesus, it comes with a bunch of shit. I didn't even know. I've never opened this. Jesus Christ.
Wow. So now, Shah, you do open these generally, right? Like you do open them.
I do. It comes with a little booklet. Movies that I've seen, I haven't really gone through, so it's got a little booklet with it. It's got some cards from the movie. I don't know if John is familiar with these.
No, I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's got.
It looks like Robert Smith from The Cure.
And I'm assuming these are some movie props, some replicas of some props. This is like a certification of authenticity.
Yeah.
That's more random shit. And
well, you need that. You got to prove your worth there. You got to, you need that.
Yeah, there's just tons in here. I didn't expect.
And it's also a great movie if people never seen it. Yeah, Eric Turner is saying I had the Wall movie on DVD and had an awesome poster. Yeah, I vaguely remember like the Wall, even the vinyl had an awesome poster. We'll get to some vinyl there. That's just lovely, Shah.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite editions just because it's velvet. Like it's very unique. I haven't seen too many movie cases come as velvet.
Well, that's phenomenal. Bisha, what do you got there? What do you got? You got some more Playboy. You got some Penthouse, some Hustler, some Cherry, some Barely Legal.
Grizzly Man.
Grizzly Man.
No, I don't have. I have like 3 kind of collector's pieces. 4 collector's pieces. This is one of them. I think I've shown Shah this before. It's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre steelbook. It's the only steelbook I've got.
Oh, wow.
Gnarly photos.
Now, Bisho, for the kids at home, how would you describe a steelbook? Not everybody's going to know what that means.
Oh, it's instead of having a case like we just showed with a slip cover or I guess, a cardboard box that opens up. It's actually like a tin.
The case
Almost
itself
like,
is part of the collection, right? Is that
yes,
fair?
as I do our ASMR of the night.
Marquise joined us. He's saying that's solid. It is really good looking. Shah, have you
check
seen
that
this
in the middle.
before? Back that up a little bit. Just pull it a little from the camera.
I have a different edition. I don't have that one. I think.
What is that? It's hard to see in the light. You don't have a lot of light going on in your office, so.
Oh,
Is
looks
that a
bright on my
bitch?
screen. He's hanging around the hook.
Oh, okay. It looks like a woman choking. Oh, he's hanging her on the hook. Yeah, the classic
Yeah.
scene. Yeah, that's
And
when
then
you just got to
the
get
family
someone to shut
scene.
the fuck up. You just hang them right on the hook.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
So, yeah.
phenomenal.
I love this, man.
Wow.
It's got a
Where
lot
did
of
you get
bonus
that from,
footage.
P-Show?
My wife bought it for me a couple of, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago.
Oh,
It was
gosh.
the first horror movie set that I think she bought me without me asking for it. And she's like, I hope you like it. I'm like, yeah, of course.
Well, a bunch of stuff. Oh, that's the one you have, Sean. Now that's
this is also
4K?
a steelbook. I think this isn't 4K. I think this is just Blu-ray. So it's probably the same exact. I don't know if B-Show's got the DVD or the Blu-ray, but
This is DVD.
oh, okay. So
That's DVD.
this is the Blu-ray.
You know, Shah, you were talking about a colored collection there. I think was it suede? What were you saying there? You had something that was suede.
No, this is like velvet.
Velvet. Speaking of velvet, this was something I got from my dad because my dad passed away, and I got a lot of his possessions. This is a blue suede Elvis DVD box set.
Nice.
It's actually completely suede. It's all blue suede, and it's got it's DVD, but it has his great performances going from his first TV performances. It's got like 5 different volumes. Oh gosh, one just fell out. 5 different volumes, and the cover I think is a limited edition. This came out from Rhino. Rhino does a lot of this, but it's actually blue suede, and it's just regular Region 1 DVD. The man and his music from the waist up. I guarantee you, this is worth a lot of guacamole, B-Show.
When did that come out?
I'm going to try to look because I don't have great lighting in here.
All right.
I'm not entirely sure if it has the year it came out. I'd have to look it up. But I didn't even know my dad has so many of these things. And I plan on keeping these for a very, very, very long time. But yeah, it's blue suede edition Elvis Center Stage. Oh, it's got like a weird cover. Very cool thing. I don't know. It's got like black and white and color. It's 159 minutes non-rated. But there is like legions of it's like, Jesus Christ, there's a lot on here. Because, back in the day, songs were short. But I love this. I plan on keeping this for a very, very, very long time.
That's awesome.
Shah, what do you got there?
So since we were just doing a Texas Chainsaw, I want to show another edition of Texas Chainsaw. So this just came out last year, sold out like within like a week. So I'm not sure how much this cost. This is probably very expensive now. It's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre from Second Sight. So this is exclusive to the UK. You can only buy it in the UK. And this is on 4K. So it's the first time Texas Chainsaw came on 4K. And this is a beautiful fucking set, dude. I love this art. It's original art.
Love that cover a lot.
Yeah. Again, this is a hardcover, but look at this art, man. It comes with a book. Look at the art on this fucking book, man.
Oh my God.
And it's like a hard book.
Taxidermy shit?
Yeah. Hard book.
Jesus. Look at this guy.
Thick-ass book
Oh
about
my
Texas
God.
Chainsaw. Yeah.
That's got to be worth some guacamole.
Yeah.
Now, Shah, Young John is asking, what websites do you buy most of your movies from, and can you put us on?
So I would go to orbitdvd.com. Orbitdvd.com. That's where I get all my shit, man. They're good fucking solid people. Mom and dad shop, one of the last physical media places standing. They ship your shit right away. Amazing people. Support that website, man.
Orbitdvd.com. We just put the link in there. Look at that.
Look at these art cards, though.
Oh.
All brand new art for the movie. Look
These
at
are
this shit.
gorgeous. Oh, Grandpa. Gorgeous.
Yeah, look at that. By the way,
I can hear that picture.
I could hear that picture from the second one, right? That's the second one.
No, it's all from the first one.
That's all from the first
Look
one.
at
It looked
that
like it was
one,
from the
though.
second one.
Yeah, it's got some beautiful
It's
art.
hard.
And then
It's a little
the
grainy.
movie itself comes in this little case, which got some.
Oh, I
art
love
on the
that.
back.
Oh, look at that picture.
Oh man.
And it's got
Yeah.
I love how it's got all brand new art for everything. The discs, the
Yeah,
cards.
well, that's
the
listen, you can only put that movie out so many times before you got to.
And this was expensive, dude. I bought this for like $80. So I mean, now it's probably like $200, man. This shit sold out like instantly. But this book is what got me, man. This hard ass fucking book. This is
the book is, but everything about it stands out to me. I think it all looks fantastic.
Young John might be disappointed. He wants to see if there's inexpensive gifts on that site, and I don't think that's probably going to be the case.
It depends.
I mean, if it depends. They have a bunch of sales on there. They have some of their Blu-rays are pretty cheap. It's just like if you want like the super exclusive crazy shit like this, like it's going to be $70-$80. But
Ryan Keefe
want like standard stuff. They have tons of cheap stuff for standard.
Yeah, well, that looks worth every penny. B-Show, what do you got for the kids?
All right, I'm going to grab one more.
Okay. Actually, B-Show, if you're going to grow, you have
to vamp a little bit. It is Halloween, and that's my happy place.
That's your happy place.
This came out from, I think it was Shout Factory or Scream Factory. That's
Scream Factory.
Yeah. Scream. Obviously the classic pumpkin on the end. Picture of Mikey, and my daughter stuck a little Olaf on there when she was little.
Oh, that's funny. That makes it even funnier. Oh my God! How long have you
had
that?
I showed this one first, which I'm going to show another one in a little bit. It's like this, but the artwork's better. I love little Mikey in the background there.
Oh yeah.
But basically, this was all of the movies that had come out. They were on Blu-ray. I don't think there were 4K. I was kind of pissed. They released the 4K ones like right after this. But like obviously, classic posters.
Classic poster for sure.
I love this one with the witch coming out of the sky, on the skyline. Oh. But unrated on some of the Rob Zombie ones. That's Halloween 2. So nothing special as far as artwork is concerned. However, there was kind of a production, movie by movie, mini like documentary in book form type of thing. So
I love it.
Yeah,
pretty cool. It. So Ryan Keefe is saying, B-Show and Shah, I'm not against streaming, but I am a supporter of a physical media because for no other reason, I like having it in my hands. Yeah. That said, I don't like that it's become a specialty market. Oh, for sure. I mean, it's listen, it's not a cheap hobby. I don't know that there are too many cheap hobbies left. Wouldn't you say, though, Shah? I mean, all hobbies, whether it's comics, collecting comics, like collecting anything physical is an expensive.
Yeah, hobby. I mean, to be honest with you, man, I mean, the reason why it's going this like, collector's edition route, because every movie, like that's what they rely on making their profit is these hardcore collectors buying these $100 pieces. So if it wasn't for these type of editions, I don't think physical media would even exist. These are they kind of have to do this. Like Lionsgate, for example, right? They just launched a website like a month ago, 2 months ago, something like that. Actually, a couple months ago. It's called Lionsgate Limited. Lionsgate used to have their steel books. They're known for their steel books. So that Wicker Man one that I showed earlier, that's from Lionsgate. They used to be like $20 in Best Buy. Once Best Buy died out, they are currently like nowhere else. So they created their own website and they made it exclusive to their own website. So nowhere else you could buy it. They're like $45 now.
Yeah, Ryan's saying he paid $45 for a 4K Bronx Tale.
Yeah. And that one sold out quick too, man. I want to show this off real quick because B-Show, that piece that he has, dude, that used to be so fucking rare because it sold out so quickly. Yeah. And if it was in good condition, people used to pay like $500-$600 for that.
It's come down. Now you can get them for like $120.
Now no one cares anymore. It's because they put them all out on 4K. And that's what I wanted to show off because it wasn't right.
Part of the reason it was rare too is it was the first time that the producer's cut of Halloween 6, which was like this fabled cut of this movie that no one had ever seen, except for on like VHS grainy 7th generation bootleg. So it went up, and then they released that actually on 4K again. It's a separate set later on. So they kind of unspecialized it for themselves.
So they put them out. It actually took a couple years though, B-Show. You had like a solid 5 years, 6 years to sell that and make a crazy profit. Because they put them out on 4K like 2-3 years ago, and Scream Factory put them out individually with like new art. So now they're in these hard cases. So they're not like regular slip cases for regular movies. They're like these nice hard cases.
Well, and there's a cool collector's case for that where it's actually the house. Do you have the house?
Oh wow!
No, that's a custom though. You have to buy that on Etsy. It's a dude that sells it.
Oh, is that you have to buy it on Etsy?
This one,
I love that like an cover. That covers all of them are great. Wow, this is gorgeous.
This one looks just like tell me that doesn't look like Nicolas Cage.
It does. That's the
it
Nicolas
does.
Cage mask. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Nicolas Cage mask.
And speaking of different versions, before John jumps back in there, I found up in the attic. I forgot I had these. I thought I traded them in at the GameStop. VHS versions of Halloween and Halloween 6.
Oh, that's fantastic!
I think I have Halloween.
One of the best scenes of all time.
4 or 3.
Wow, the VHS. That's not the original though, B. I can tell.
No.
Yeah.
No. I picked these up in like 2005.
So, guys, Slave Cheeks, before you get to my next thing, he's asking if you think Terminator 2 has nice physical media. I would hope so, but I don't know.
So I have it, but it's got the worst. It's known as the worst 4K transfer of all time because what was the director's name? He's escaping.
James Cameron.
James Cameron. He's notoriously known for using AI to upscale things. And it just looks like everyone's faces look like clay. Like it's too glossy. He fucked it up, man. But I actually have it on 4K. Let me grab it 1 second.
Yeah,
John shows his off.
So this is another thing I inherited. This is the original widescreen box set of the Indiana Jones trilogy. This was the first time it was available on widescreen. It's regular region DVD 1. It's THX digitally remastered. It's got 3 discs, and then for the first three films, and then it has a disc B show of bonus material. The whole thing is bonus material. If you look at it, is that Spielberg and Lucas there on the cover? Yeah, look at that cover.
It's hard to see, but that might be, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a whole. This is actually a really cool box set to have. I wonder if this is actually worth something. I imagine when this came out, this was a big deal because this was remember, this is also first region DVDs, guys. They were not widescreen. All of this is all widescreen box set. The complete collector's edition. I should look this up, see if this is worth some guacamole.
That's a good point, John, because there's movies that I find I just get sick of trying to go on streaming and, well, which one do I have to find it, to watch without having to pay for it?
Right.
And I'll reach down and grab a DVD from the basket under the TV, or the cabinet, I should say, and I throw it in, and it's all like, what is it, squared, standard definition. There's no widescreen. I hate that. I hate when I can't find widescreen.
Yeah, I prefer the widescreen. That was the first thing I noticed when I started getting DVDs. But what do you got there, Shah?
So real quick on that Indiana Jones box set that you have, they actually put out 2 versions of it. So one was full screen, one was widescreen.
I have the widescreen.
I have the full screen one. So the full screen one is the same exact thing, but it's just like a cream colored box set.
Okay.
But yeah, they put them all out on a 4K on a box set now. So everything else is done. I just want to show this. I don't remember who asked about it, but Terminator 2. So this is the.
Wow!
The 4K they put out for it. This is a steelbook, yeah. But look, when you remove the cover, look at this.
Oh, sick!
That's dope. When did that come out? And the transfer being bad is such a bummer.
It's like from 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
Transfer is dog shit though.
Mm-hmm.
Transfer is dog shit. Yeah.
Transfer is dog shit. Okay.
Yeah. And the back is. I mean, look at this shit, dude.
Wow.
I just knocked over my drink.
Wow.
Like,
and that's the thing too, is
phenomenal.
like, if they're going to charge you $60-$70 for that shit, at least give us a nice transfer, because the artwork's cool, but is it worth
You're paying for the artwork at this point. That's gorgeous.
This is the first shit. This is also on steelbook. So.
Wow.
4K steelbook. This one actually is a good transfer. First one looks great. Second one, dog
First
shit.
one looks good, yeah. Ryan Keefe says, whatever you want to say about the Star Wars prequels, and I have the bonus disc, they were always fantastic. Yeah, I imagine because also technology was catching up at that point. Young John is saying, do we have any Westerns? I actually have some, but they're more modern ones, like 310 to Yuma. None of the classic, like John Wayne or Clint Eastwood ones. Do you have any of those, B?
No, I don't. I did find like some weird airplane VHS my grandpa had. Some war movie going through stuff the other, an hour or two ago.
What do you got there, B? What are you going to share with the class?
All right. So someone mentioned Star Wars.
I've
been trying to find the widescreen version of this for a long time, and I can't, or if I do, it's way expensive. But this is the special edition standard definition. Well, not standard definition, whatever. Standard. It's not widescreen. There we go. So
I remember that.
Gold packaging. I got it Christmas 1997, the year that the movies came back out in theaters.
Yeah.
And it's got some classic artwork
now,
on it.
Are these the ones with the extra footage and shit and the extra things in it? Okay.
Yes. So the other one is a three VHS set that came out in 1995. There's like a Yoda on one, Darth Vader, and a Stormtrooper. These ones have these almost painting posters on them.
Mm-hmm.
That's obviously Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, so cool.
Return of the Jedi. So, yes,
There
it
you
was
go.
a special edition release with all the extras and the transfers. And actually, this set is one of the things that made me fall in love with the art of filmmaking, because at the beginning of each one, George Lucas, like Gary Kurtz, I'm trying to remember the other guys from ILM, they all did these interviews talking about all the changes they made. And there was almost a mini doc on the beginning of Star Wars, or A New Hope, as you younger cats call it.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 25 minutes talking about the movie and all the changes they made. And I would watch that over and over again, because up until that point, I had no idea how this shit was done or how it was made. So, very special to me.
Okay. Well, yeah, I love that. I love the presentation of that so much. And I vaguely remember that when it came out. Shah, what do you got there?
Yeah, so this is a 4K box set, came out from Arrow Video.
Arrow.
I really wanted this. This was fucking insanely expensive because I had to import it from the UK, but I don't regret it at all because I wanted all of them on 4K, and I bought them all on 4K from Scream Factory one by one. But once this came out, I was like, fuck, I need to spend the money again and rebuy all of them for no reason. So this is the Chucky box set. It has every single Chucky movie.
Except what?
Except the remake.
The remake. Okay, good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Terrible. You'll never watch
No
that
loss there.
Well, look at this
no
cover,
loss
man.
there at all.
It's got
love
all
this.
the different Chuckies in the
look at this. My God.
And when you open it, it's got every single movie, and they all have like original art now. So it's got all the different Chuckies in there.
God.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, he looks monstrous in this artwork.
And then, of course, when you open it, it's got a little poster, book, cards, all that shit inside every single one. So tons of stuff.
Oh, my God. That is amazing. Who put that out?
Arrow Video.
Arrow Video.
You know, Arrow was fucking killing
Arrow's
it.
legit. Yeah, Arrow's no joke for sure. Arrow's
killing it.
That's probably my favorite thing of the night so far. So for those of you that don't know, I am Italian. And there is no such thing as any self-respecting Italian, whether you're a half wop like myself or a full-on spaghetti bender. There's one box set you need to have in your house above any box set at all. I mean, they should just give these away if your last name ends in a vowel. Of course, I'm talking about the Godfather Complete Collection, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. This is the full Godfather 1, 2, and even 3. First of all, look at that. Look at that shot. Look at this shit. This looks.
I remember that actually. I remember
this
that in
is
the video store.
fucking gorgeous. And then you have this additional one, which is just so you have the 3 films, including the shitty third one, and then you have a bonus one. This one actually has Scorsese, Coppola on there. I always get them confused. You just need to have something like this in the house. But I love this fucking presentation. I just think it's fucking phenomenal. It's sort of a timeless thing to have. This is just regular Region 1. Paramount put it out. I don't know much about this set. This was sort of an inherited thing I have. But I just thought this was just such a cool, it just looks so badass. And Ryan Keeves like, yes, we watch 1 and 2 and make an excuse not to watch 3, as far as that goes. But the bonus material one with Coppola on it, as I open this up, it has the a whole like a documentary, all the character biographies, all the trailers from the movie, the actual theatrical, all the Academy Award acceptance speeches.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, all of the awards and nominations, the 1974 network TV introduction for the time it first aired on television.
Oh, those are cool. I don't see that a lot on releases, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, you don't. And a whole like the notebook of Coppola, the music, the screenwriting, the storyboards shot for every film, the additional scenes, and the chronology of the whole thing. I think this is just such a wonderful thing, regardless of what region it is to have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, actually, they put them out on 4K on Steelbooks, and they were fucking gorgeous.
Oh,
I just never seen the movie, so I didn't buy them, and I regret it because Dude, those steel books looked so fucking great.
Well, they were really expensive.
No, they weren't even expensive. I just never seen the movies, and I was like, oh, I'm just never gonna watch these.
It was a great way to see it, though.
Yeah.
It's funny. I just want to read this from somebody said about the cut of 3. I'm sorry, I'm a little behind in the chat there. They did recut 3, and it still sucks. It's I don't know. Brian Keefe is like, I have the new cut of 3 and it still sucks. It's slightly better. Yeah, that's how I would describe it. Hey, now Rich Dow is saying this is like the Spitball Media dick measuring contest, and I'm into it. No homo. Well, maybe a little, like 7%. Yeah, this does seem like we're trying to one up each other. I'm not gonna lie. Slave Cheeks Shah is asking about Tarantino films and physical media.
Yeah, they put a shit ton of them out on Steelbook. I want to see if I have it here. Actually, here, this is a good example.
Good buddy Joe Punches has joined us. He said he just read the Al Pacino memoir, Sonny Boy.
Yeah, they're all on 4K except for The Hateful Eight.
Okay.
And Death Proof. Those are the 2 that are not on 4K.
Oh, that's a shame.
But yeah, everything else is on 4K and it's on Steelbooks. This is a good example of it. This is Reservoir Dogs.
Oh my!
Look at that blood. It creates the fucking characters.
Oh right? Shit!
And then check this out.
This has got to be worth a fortune.
Dude, this is one of my favorite Steelbooks. Watch this. It reveals the title. It's the bloody ear on the cover.
What year did this come out?
Like 2 years ago. This is 4K too. Looks fucking gorgeous, dude.
Oh,
that's awesome. Looks beautiful.
God damn, B-Show. This is Shah's kill. I knew the Shah was going to have the biggest ween of the night with this stuff, but my God, he's rubbing it in now. He's sticking it in.
I know. Like the one night him and I stayed up and he was showing me all the stuff he has, and it made me want to run out and go like max out my credit cards, and it made me quickly realize that collecting physical media is not another hobby I need to drop money on right now.
Jesus, Shah, you're just killing it. Shah's winning for sure.
I didn't even want to show this off. I was just
it's
showing.
It's just too gorgeous. All right, B, I'm sorry you have to follow that. Because
all right, now this is going to be silly as shit. But I'm a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan. I still have the original VHS from the movie that you and your wife went to see back in 1990.
Yep,
with the little turtles on the.
Look at this! I see the turtles on there.
Yeah, and it still works. Jinx, no shit. Okay, and then these are the more childish of them. I was at a thrift store a while back and I saw the Burger King Kids Club cartoon VHS release. And we used to watch these all the time. Burger King Kids Club was awesome. Like you'd sign up for shit. This is just a
regular cartoon, right? That cartoon was awesome.
Yeah, but if you were a kid and you went to Burger King and your parents signed you up for their kids club, you get like discounts on kids meals. You get extra toys. You get like posters and shit in the mail on your birthday, and you could buy these for discounts. So we had a bunch. And I was going through my attic today, and I actually found this one that I didn't even know I still had.
What is that?
So it's another episode, Invasion of the Turtle Snatchers. But,
that's fantastic. Wow. Yeah, that's fun. So I actually like this movie quite a bit. My father was a big fan of this movie. This is the first time they put out a Seabiscuit on DVD. And this is an amazing, first of all, it's a fucking brilliant movie. It's got like a little book in here with all pictures from the film, which is such a brilliant film. But when you open this thing up, it's got hold on, it's hard to explain. It's got cards, the match race card set from the original race that's of Seabiscuit. Like the actual fucking, these are all reprinted race cards of the real Seabiscuit and the real people from the film that the film was based on, with all these statistics. And it's just fucking phenomenal. It's a 2-box set. It's a 2-disc set. One of them is completely bonus materials. Again, this is all Region 1 stuff because that wasn't even a thing at the time. But it's such a fucking cool box set. And then this book, I mean, just for like a standard, like look how it's very glossy. Like it just, look at this, the way it stands out. If you've never seen the movie, it's a fucking great movie. It's a very rewatchable, enjoyable movie. Tobey Maguire was at the height of his Spider-Man fame, and he emaciated himself to play a jockey. And then he went on to hurt his back severely in the preceding Spider-Man movies. But Don Stoney said it should have come with glue. They turned them into a baseball glove. I think that's the joke from Simpsons. a baseball glove made out of Secretariat. As far as that goes,
Simpsons are undefeated, man.
That was Simpsons remain undefeated. Shah, what else what are we going to show off a couple more highlights here? What else you got?
Yeah, so I'm gonna run through some Arrow video that I got. Arrow video was the same one that did the Chucky set. So they did some Cronenberg stuff. So this is original art for Videodrome.
Gorgeous.
I fucking love this cover. Again, you can tell it's from the UK because it's got the UK thing on there.
The region, yeah.
Comes with a little booklet and of course the disc. You know, look at that art though. I didn't even see that.
Oh, nice. What are the entrails coming from the TV?
Yeah. So I got I'm fucking retarded with this shit, dude. I paid $50 for this, and they put it out in a different cover, and I had to get that too. So I got the exact same movie, exact same edition, just different covers. Had to get both. I own Videodrome probably 7 times on Blu-ray and 4K, sadly.
Wow.
But they keep putting it out, and I just have to keep buying it. And while we're on Cronenberg, I'll show some Second Sight. So Second Sight is the one that put out the Texas Chainsaw box set that I was showing off. This is also on 4K. Scanners, again, another thick box. This is also from the UK.
Oh, wow.
Again, look how fucking... I mean, these are like solid-ass boxes.
That's fucking... This artwork, I mean, there's something about these steel books and these limited edition artwork is so fantastic.
And they also did The Brood. They put these out together, so...
Wow.
The Brood, ton of Cronenberg. Love that art. Look at that shit.
Wow.
I don't even know what this is. Let's see. Got a little so this is what the disc comes in.
When did this come out?
This year, I think.
Jesus.
So this might still be available if you want to buy this. This is probably on orbitdvd.com.
The Brood.
Got the booklet in there.
Not a great movie, if I'm remembering correctly.
I've actually never seen this one, to be honest with you.
Bisho, have you ever seen it? It's not a great movie, I don't think.
No. Pay Not Rich Dow. Over under 60%. John comes on stream.
No, I handled business before we came online.
Ryan Keefe says, are the thick boxes supposed to be an homage to VHS tapes?
I don't know.
I don't think so. Because they do have some editions where they just make it... They have some editions where they just make it look like an actual VHS tape.
Yeah, they do that on purpose for sure.
Yeah. So these are, I think, it's just more so just because it's more sturdy, like the regular editions. You know, after 10 years,
made to last.
Covers. Yeah, these are made to last for fucking decades because it's.
All right.
Thick
wow,
cardboard.
that's Shah's killing it, Bisho. What do you got there?
This one. Oh, maybe the best looking in my collection. Just like the Scream Factory of the Halloween.
Ooh, hold that up to
the Friday the 13th.
Oh,
I love this one for a few reasons. One, the artwork is all original, unlike the Halloween, which was pretty basic bitch. Check that out.
That is phenomenal. What's up, Emmanuel?
It's hard to see, but this is I keep this face out on my shelf all the time. It's got all the different Jason versions on there.
That would make a sick tattoo.
Yeah, I've thought about it.
Oh, the pitchfork is great. Oh,
with Mama Voorhees coming out of the head on the table
the
right
corpse
there.
Coming out of the water.
Yeah, and then cool thing about this is not only does it come with, I'm running out of space over here, one of the booklets that goes, production-wise.
Look at this.
Film by film. But there's something else cool here.
Wow.
We'll forget Jason X exists.
John,
you'll appreciate
I've never seen Jason X.
It's not that good. So the movie came with, the movies all come with your regular covers, right? So here's the movie poster from the VHS from back in the day.
Yeah, I
part
remember
3.
for sure. Yeah, my favorite one.
But they also came with poster variants on the other side.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
And that was the Japanese one that the video game Jason from NES is actually based on. See the purple shirt?
No way. Oh, that's great.
So like there's that one, and then part 2 is cool too. So that's part 1. The hatchet and the... But then it's got the actual credits on the other side. I can't find part 2. I think that's over in my entertainment stand. Okay, but the part 2 one has the regular part 2 with the chalk outline. But then if you flip over the cover and flip it around, it's got like backwoods Mongoloid Jason jumping out of the water to get whatever her name was, Sally. So no, very cool set.
That's one of my favorite.
Same one.
You have the same thing?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite. That's my favorite. Maybe one of my favorite ones on the night for sure.
Bisho, you should. I'm more so sharing this just for Bisho because he's a big fan. Arrow Video actually bought the rights now, So they have the rights to the 4K. These are all Blu-rays. So now they're putting them out on 4K. So this is the remake.
Phenomenal.
And then these are all still available. These just came out. So you can get these on Amazon right now.
Reeks of gorgeosity.
And then they put out Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X. Look at these covers.
I've seen those. Those are awesome. Oh, one more thing about the Scream Factory set. I'm kind of pissed because I can't find a 3D TV, but they have the 3D version of Part 3 if you can find a 3D TV and 3D Blu-ray player.
Look at that. Wow. So that's pretty cool. So I'm a huge fan of Band of Brothers, the HBO well, it was a limited series. It was sort of, I guess, a mini series there, and it won all kinds of awards. It was produced by Tom Hanks and Spielberg, and then they did the Pacific. And a bunch of years ago, they decided to put them out together. They put this out in one big. Look at the size of this thing.
I remember that too. Yeah,
this is fucking gorgeous, man. Let me tell you something. This thing is a beast. It's very heavy. Like it reads like a book. For you guys who can't see this, the Pacific wasn't as good as Band of Brothers. I can tell you that right now. But right off the bat, like look at the fucking production value of this fucking thing. You open it up, and you got the first 2 discs for Band of Brothers, and a wonderful fucking layout here. That turns out to be, I believe, and then it has bonus material, and then it has the Pacific. All of this is on one big box set. This is actually the Blu-ray. I don't know what year it came out. Sorry, you said you remember when this came out? This was a big deal when it came out.
I want to say like maybe 2015-ish.
Yeah, like I even have all of the little particulars in there that they give you, like for the codes and whatnot. Just absolutely gorgeous. My brother Mike worked for HBO for many years, and he got a lot of these things for free at a time, or he got them for like below cost. And we were always impressed, whether it was the Wire box sets or Sopranos box sets. They were always good-looking presentations, but for this, they really stepped this thing the fuck up. Slave Cheeks, I like Generation Kill, but it's a different generation, as far as that goes. But this is fucking gorgeous. I don't know it's really heavy. But I like the layout of it, and I love Band. I can't watch it because it reminds me too much of my dad. Band of Brothers was like his thing, and the Pacific, but Band of Brothers was like my father's thing. But I love it. It's one of my favorite things that I own, and I plan on keeping all these things. I'm going to try to leave them to my girls because I don't want anything to happen to them, as far as that goes. Shah, what else can we show the kids tonight before we wrap it up? I got a couple of special vinyl I'm going to share.
Yeah, it looks like a Criterion edition. That's something that they would put out. The one that
let me see. Would it say it on here if it was Criterion?
I mean, it's not Criterion. I know it's not. But I'm just saying.
DreamWorks,
like
Playtone, HBO, Blu-ray. Yeah, it's Blu-ray though.
Yeah, no, that's not Criterion. But speaking of Criterion, here's a Spike Lee joint. This is one of my favorite movies, and I love this fucking edition because of the art and just do the right thing, man. Look at this shit.
Oh wow!
I fucking love this.
When
and this
did that
is a Criterion.
come out?
Of course, Criterion has some of the best features. Same with Arrow Video. Most of these that I'm showing you have a ton of features too. I'm just not mentioning it. But look at this fucking art, man. I mean, it comes with a booklet. It's got all the flags on there.
Jesus.
Full-blown essays, interviews, all kinds of shit.
Oh, wow.
And then look at this fucking art, man. Look at this shit.
Damn.
I love this art, man. Look at this back.
I'm not familiar with the movie, but I was watching a video on it the other night.
Billion times.
So
and
good.
The one thing that was so striking was they had 3 older gentlemen sitting in front of just a solid red brick wall, and it was such a vibrant, like eye-catching scene. I couldn't take my eyes off of it.
I mean, the color palette in this movie, man, it's
yeah, his colors are great. It was the cinematography is phenomenal. And it's a great movie. It's a timeless movie, especially I was a young person when that came out in high school. There was a lot of racial tension in the mid to late 80s. There was actually like race riots in places like Crown Heights in Brooklyn and Bensonhurst and Howard Beach. There was murders, literal fucking murders that took place. And that movie was sort of a response to that at the time. So it was a fascinating time to be a young person, and it's a phenomenal film. It's a fucking great movie. It's a great fucking movie. What do you got there, B Show, to share with the class?
I do have another DVD before we move on to music. and I forgot I had this one. It's Rogue One. Now, some people haven't
Oh.
seen Rogue One, the
Rogue
Star
One
Wars
is
story.
the fucking bomb, dude. It's the fucking bomb.
I think, other than Empire Strikes Back, I think is my favorite Star Wars movie.
It is. It's just phenomenal. It's just a phenomenal movie.
So, because they're stealing the Death Star plans, it's hard to see what that slipcover has. Hey, let me move it back over the black side so you can see it better, the contrast. It's got almost like computer-looking.
Oh, like
diagram.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, like what would be on like the screen. Like
when they download it off
when they
R2D2.
download the plans. Yeah.
On the inside, it's got some of the footage of Scarif on it.
Oh wow.
There's some.
I love it.
Assassin Troopers. This thing pops out with Jyn Erso, but then there's also another one with Cassian and the droid.
Yeah, which is from the series. Wait, did you catch up to the series yet?
I've not watched Andor yet.
It's
There's a
phenomenal.
bunch of them in here. Holy shit! Oh, there's like the ninja dude. I don't remember his name. Kang Wei or something like that.
Yeah, I am one with
And
the
then-
Force. The Force is with me. I am one with the
Yes, probably one of the coolest Star Wars characters ever.
Force. Mhm.
And then there's Krennic with his like assassin troopers. This movie
Wow.
single-handedly restored Darth Vader to badass status.
It most certainly
dope.
did. Yeah, Shah, it's a phenomenal movie. It's not like any other Star Wars property at all. It's,
And then there's multiple discs. Honestly, I don't know what's on all of these. I know one's maybe a Blu-ray. Oh, one's 3D. So if you have a 3D player and a 3D TV somewhere, you could check it out. But
oh wow.
yeah, documentaries and different versions and deleted scenes. It's pretty cool. This is not one I've maximized my watching power on yet, but it is a pretty cool piece over on my shelf for sure.
Well, that's gorgeous, dude, and I love that movie. What do you got for the kids, Shah?
This is probably definitely in my top 3 favorite steelbooks of all time, and it's mainly because of the transparent slipcover that comes off. So it's American Psycho.
There we go.
Lionsgate. He does this gimmick. I'm saying he, like Lionsgate is a man. So they do kind of this gimmick where they put these transparent, translucent slipcovers on there, and then when you move it, it reveals his bloody face. You see that? And then you
Oh,
pull it
yeah.
back on.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that before.
Yeah, this is like one of the most like sought after steelbooks now because it's one of the first ones where they started doing this kind of gimmick again, and now it's going batshit crazy. So this is another Lionsgate one. Fucking amazing movie. One of my favorite ones.
So I inherited vinyl from the 1950s.
Oh, Jesus.
First edition. I'm holding in my hand the Dell Vikings from 1957. This is from Mercury Records. When I show you how pristine this vinyl is, there is not a scratch or a nick of any kind. You guys see this?
Wow.
This is from 1957 Mercury Records. This is just one of dozens, whereas the outside is falling apart. This was, Del Vikings sang like "Come and Go with Me," "Is It Any Wonder," "Summertime." I also, back in the day, this is from also 1957. They would put out compilation records. This is the Teenagers, the Heartbeats, the Cleft Tones. I also have the Platters from 61. Also, the vinyl. My father kept these things. This is from Mercury Records. Pristine. Absolutely pristine. And Bisho, I was saving this one for you because I know you're going to mark out. I have a couple. This is a Rolling Stone, the Satanic Majesty's Request album.
Nice.
But check this out. This is badass. You ready for this, Bisho?
Okay.
All right, hold on. I'm saving this for you. You're going to like this.
What you got?
1976. Did I move it? Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to be careful with these things. From 1976, the original album, Steve Miller, Fly Like an Eagle.
Oh, nice.
This is the real album, 1976. And I have tons of these things from the 70s, 60s, 50s, to the point where I am going to have to buy a brand new record player. And I want to point out, this is my first record that I put out in the spring of 1991. This was my hardcore 7-inch that
Nice.
If you look on eBay, several colors of the vinyl, and I have a limited blue edition.
Ooh.
go for $75. There's 4 songs on here. We are trying to get this re-released digitally. We still have the card. This was on a label called Inner Journey, which bands like Clutch and Sub-Zero would be on. This is the layout. This is a picture I took in 1990. I'm the guy named John, and I'm wearing a Morrissey t-shirt in my hardcore 7-inch. There is a maroon colored vinyl that goes for $75 or almost $100 on the internet. And I don't have the disc. This was my 1990. This came out in 94. This was my follow-up album, Levitate. It's got a pretty cool layout here. We got some religious shit on here. None of this is available digitally. None of it.
Wow.
None of it. We're trying to get the 7-inch re-released on with a remastered version. We're negotiating with a couple of labels now for a digital release. So I'm excited for that. But if you happen to come across these things on the internet, they're worth a lot of money. And Bisho, you have this shirt. This is where that came from.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This is from 1991.
I grabbed it, but I would trip over all my shit sitting on the floor.
Yeah, no. But this is the blue edition. There's black, there's blue, there's red, there's pink, and I think maroon. One of them is a mistake, and there's very limited copies. It was pressed a few thousand times. It was re-released a few thousand times. I never got a dime for any of this. Never. Or this, for that matter. Never got anything.
Okay.
For any. Yeah, no, nothing. Nada, zilch. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. That's hardcore. But Bisho, you said you had some vinyl there?
I've got quite a few. Dottie. So, John, these are older that you might appreciate.
Okay.
My wife got me this for my birthday a couple years ago at a thrift store. It's like a Dean Martin.
Oh,
everybody
loves somebody. That's a great song.
So there's about 12 songs, 6 on each side.
Wow.
The only one I really know other than Everybody Loves Somebody is maybe Facing the Crowd I've heard of, or My Heart Cries for You, but no other big hits.
That was the standout track?
Yes. It doesn't say when this was actually released, but it's sometime, the 60s probably?
Yeah, for sure. Maybe early 60s, late 50s.
These two are from the mid to late 60s, 66, 67. It's Volume 7 and 8, The History of Rhythm and Blues.
Oh.
We picked these up at a shop a couple months or maybe a year ago.
Those look fun.
A lot of Sam and Dave, which I'm a huge fan of Sam and Dave.
Yeah, I like Sam and Dave.
Percy Sledge.
I like Percy Sledge.
Otis Redding, Wilson Pickett. Booker T and the MGs. That's if you've ever heard the organ.
Yeah.
That's
Booker T and the MGs for sure. Not Booker T the wrestler. This would be somebody else. Can you dig it?
Chain of Fools by Aretha Franklin.
Great song.
Here's another one you'll appreciate. This is Sinatra. I don't even know if I've listened to this one yet.
I have some Sinatra. Oh, that's a good. Yeah, I've seen that before.
Mm-hmm.
I have the New York, the debut of New York on it.
Ah, very cool. Yeah. I've got a couple other honky shit albums like Seals and Crofts and Simon.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I have Harley Simon. I have some of that stuff.
Don Stoney asked any Seeger. Asking you shall receive.
Pete Seeger?
I think we're born with this. Yeah, Pete Seeger. Night Moves, which is a great album.
Wow, look at that. God.
Yeah.
He looks like everybody I bought weed off of from 1987 to 1995. He does. Like any one of those guys would sell you weed.
Yeah, I actually had the CD of this a long time ago, and then we found this at a store when I lost the CD. But yeah, Rock and Roll Never Forgets, Night Moves, Fire Down Below, Sunburst, Sunspot Baby. Yep.
I like
Come to Papa. That's a nice trashy. Let's get dirty.
What's one of the other good ones? You didn't mention it there, Bisho, that I hear. I just lose my mind.
Hang on, I'm still coming.
Okay.
This is Stranger in Town.
Okay.
This has Hollywood Nights, Still the Same. You've talked about that one before.
It's my father's jam. That's my father's jam.
Old Time Rock and Roll. That's honky wedding music.
Yeah, I don't like that song.
Then I Feel Like a Number.
Feel Like a Number was the B-side, I think, to Still the Same, actually. Yeah.
And then the last one I've got is what some people who like hard rock call maybe from this era, not all, but
Yeah.
one of the greatest live albums of all time, Live Bullet. This is where, if you ever hear Beautiful Loser and, what's it called?
Yeah,
Traveling Man and Beautiful
Loser.
Loser, they're playing back to back on the radio. That's what this is from. So,
oh, wow. That's phenomenal shit.
Catman Do, Ramblin' Gamblin' Man, lots of stuff on here.
Yeah. Like, what was the, we would, this one I can't remember. Like,
what's that?
Oh, God, we're forgetting a really good one. It's going to drive me crazy. I'll have to look it up in the break. All right, Shah, regale them with your headliner. What's your I got a big closer I'm closing with. Shah, close with a big one. Give them a big one.
Oh, let me show off a couple vinyl that I got to before I close.
Oh, yeah. I got a big one I'm going to close with, but go ahead.
So I got the soundtrack to Bride of the Reanimator.
Bride of Reanimator, okay.
Yeah. Beautiful artwork in there. This is from Waxwork.
Oh, wow.
I'll try to run through these real quick. Actually, you know what? I forgot.
Look at this one.
You guys remember this from back in the day? This was a DVD. This is one of the first DVDs I bought, the Evil Dead set.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
You remember this shit?
For sure.
I am surprised this is still together because most of them have crumbled into like dust. So I don't know how I've kept mine in good shape, but hey, man, the Book of the Dead, it's got beautiful artwork inside. It looks identical to the actual book in the movie. So that's pretty cool. And then let's go back to the vinyl. I haven't opened this, so I can't open it, but I'll just show the cover. Jacob's Ladder from.
I think you've showed us that before. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, I showed you guys this last week.
Waxwork. I love it.
And then I also have Creep Show from Waxwork.
Oh, these covers are gorgeous.
Yeah, I love this cover. And look.
Damn.
Love the inside. Inside is gorgeous. Look at this shit. And then,
that's great.
I love the color on that too.
It's like a little book in here, and then you get the vinyl.
Damn,
and
dude.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I haven't opened this either.
I love that. Oh, that's the best one.
Yeah, the vinyl is pink and purple, I believe.
Wow.
Really
Bisha, I was thinking of Against the Wind, that song. I love that song.
And, that's last one.
I cry when I hear that. It reminds me of my uncle.
I cry. I cry.
I'm gonna show this one off because John showed a cool replica piece. This is from Arrow Video also. This is Demons 1 and 2. And you open this side to side. They have a booklet, hard booklet.
Jesus.
Love this cover. I kind of wish this was the cover because this is just like gorgeous. It's got a book in there, all kinds of interviews and shit. Hard book cover. And check this out. This is what comes with it, man. You've seen the movie. You know the golden ticket.
Holy shit.
Comes with the replica, little poster.
That's so cool.
The movies are in here too. This is all 4K too. So, and then I'll save my main event.
I want to see the main headlining shot. Just because we're never going to be able to
talk. All right, I'll show it to you.
We already conceded. We've conceded 5 minutes in that you have the superior.
Yeah, I mean, this is
just pull out your dick and beat us over the head with it.
Just piss in the camera and we'll call it a night.
This is super fucking rare because it's sold out like instantly. So this is, I don't know, this is like $300, $350. This is all the Rambos on 4K, including the new one.
Oh my god!
Wow!
All steel books and all are in here. Individuals, and it's got, I like that it's got like styrofoam inside it so they don't like rub against each other.
When did this come out?
Oh wow.
Shit, like 5 years ago.
Wow. I love it.
That's the first
I love it. Jesus Christ, dude.
I won't show all of them. Let me just show like one or two.
The artwork is, God, the artwork on all of these guys. That's what I'm going to want to talk about on the Patreon. I want to talk about in a little bit more detail some of the particulars of these things without the visual. Oh my God, look at that.
Again, these are all steel books too.
Who put this out?
I think just whatever the company. I don't know. Is it Universal? Was it? I don't know who put it out, but
I'm not sure. It might be Paramount. Company. It might be Paramount. I think he's a Paramount guy.
I'm surprised. Wow. I'm surprised the studio will go to that level of detail.
Yeah, that's
with that.
Like mostly. Usually they're going from like, and then this is the new one. Usually these would come from like a boutique label, but I don't know, man. The company itself put this.
Damn, dude, that is a mic drop, John Stoney. That is a mic drop.
I fucking love this piece, man. This is like
Well, B show, what do you got? What can we put up there? I got something cool to put up, but it's not nearly.
So I don't have any other movies to show off. I do have I think I've shown you guys this privately, but I think we talked about this last week. The 3D Friday the 13th 3D cover.
Oh wow, I love it.
I was gonna pull that out too, man. I'm glad I didn't.
That thing is gorgeous.
It is, and that's that's why I went for these because I like the movies, but I can listen to the music. Oh fuck, there it is. That's a deleted scene when he cuts Chris's head off at the end of the movie.
Oh, that's hot.
Let's see. Yeah, no, it's one of the ways that I get a woman greased up.
Wow,
I think I showed you guys this Sunday, the Star Wars from '77.
Yes.
With also production stills and all that stuff on the inside.
Jesus Christ.
That's my dad's. I take good care of that one. As far as visual, we already watched or looked at the Halloween 3 one. How about
that's
Friday the 13th?
Too. Wow. Damn.
Man, what's inside? It's hard for me to see around what I'm doing. That's not a whole lot.
I love the opening. I love the way that looks. I love the layout of that. It's fantastic.
And then the last one, I like it because of the color scheme and the way that he's drawn. But Halloween 2 with original artwork. These were
I like that.
I like that one right there.
Oh my god, I like. It looks like it looks like he's doing stand up with a microphone. Like he's like, so what is the deal with Dr. Loomis? Am I right?
What's the deal with the sanitarium food?
Wow.
Let's see.
Oh, Shah, look at this.
That's beautiful
great.
right there.
Look at that. That would make a great shirt, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I don't have this one, but I do have all the Fridays.
You have all of them? Yeah, I figured you did.
Yeah, that one was
John, before I forget, you'll appreciate this one. This is like the 1983 Chipmunks Christmas album.
Oh, I love it.
We play that every Christmas for the kids.
Why wouldn't you? Well, to me, this is a big deal because I remember when this came out and I lost my copy, and years, decades later, I'm at a garage sale. And even though somebody's put a sticker on it, it was still the original, very first printing of Licensed to Ill vinyl Beastie Boys.
Oh, wow.
This is 1986. And, if you've never seen the original, this is the original fold out 1986, often, imitated, never duplicated. And unfortunately, someone put a fucking sticker on the cover. But this was such a monumental cassette tape in my life. I had to get this. So I didn't pay a lot for it, but I had to have it. And then I'll have to close out with this. Many, many years ago, my wife had heard me mention that, I wish I had something from Stan Lee as he was getting on in life and passing away. And my wife did the research, and she got literally months before he died. She got this in May of the year he died, and he died in November. This is, even though it's a low grade, this is an autographed graded Stan Lee.
Oh, wow.
Daredevil. Okay, now what makes this such a big deal? First of all, this is 1963. But look at the back of this, guys. This is 1963. Damn. But what makes this such a big deal is that this is actually the very first time. This is issue 7 of Daredevil. This is the first advent. Now, this is an autographed copy. You see, I don't know if you guys see the autograph there at the bottom.
Yeah. Unlike the tag looking thing.
The tag, yeah. This is the autograph. This is the first appearance of the red costume. This is the very, very first appearance. Prior to this costume, Daredevil looked like this for the first 6 episodes and issues. This is a very rare statue I got of that too. There's only a couple hundred of these. There's actually 1,200 of these in existence, and I have that version of it. But this is I got this it's a low grade. It's a terrible grade, but I didn't care about the grade. And my wife got this in May of my birthday, and November Stan Lee died. So even though it's a very, very limited grade, it's probably like one of my favorite things that I own in the world. But boy, everybody is loving this. We will do this again before the end of the year. We'll do this before the holidays. We'll do a holiday version, and get our collections up. But Shah, we have a couple of special plugs tonight, don't we?
Yeah, definitely. If you're familiar with deathmatch wrestling, or not even deathmatch wrestling necessarily, even MLW, there's a wrestler by the name of Jeff Cannonball. I've known Jeff for a long time, man. He's like one of my favorite dudes. Super fucking nice guy, man. I mean, loves animals, vegan guy, hardcore guy. He's recently been diagnosed with ALS, so he's not doing great. If you watch the GCW show over the weekend, he was there. They put him in the Hall of Fame. So they are doing basically a show for him. Joey Janela, he's the one that first shared it. I want to go ahead and pull this up so I can mention this. It's called Cannonball Fest. I will 100% be at this show.
Oh, wow.
And it's supposed to be like the biggest independent wrestling supercard. So every single fucking name that's available is going to be on this show, and every single penny is going to Jeff Cannonball. So it's going to be Sunday, September 14th. Look up Cannonball Fest. If you're friends with me on Facebook, Instagram, etc., I'll share it out. In fact, let me see if I can just share it out now. That way you guys can. Oh, you pulled it up? Okay, there you go.
Yeah, it's on the screen now.
Yeah. So that's it right there, man. Please do support, man. I mean, he's in a tough spot, man. Man, I had tears in my eyes seeing that dude like in a wheelchair because last time it just happened so fast to see him like, I don't know. But yeah, man, look up Jeff Cannonball. Go on IWTV, stream as much shows that he was on there, because all those shows that you stream, all that money is going to go to him. So
okay, and so we definitely could. We'll be promoting this over the summer for sure.
Yeah.
And B Show, don't we have a couple of special plugs?
Yes, we do. So first of all, Rich Dow is going to be on the Bayou Geeks on Saturday, joining Fatty 316. That'll be fun. I know Fatty did their show, X's and O's podcast, a couple weeks ago, so it's kind of a return bout. And I will be on tomorrow night celebrating Friday the 13th. We're going to be counting down our favorite Jason kills.
Oh,
so
that's fun.
Check us out for that one.
And of course, please check out our friends. Check out the Wrestling Soup, the Don Tony Show, Ringsiders, the Drew Yari Experience. Who else do we want to check out there? Of course, the Bayou Geeks, X's and O's. Our good friend Sam Hoyos, his Red River podcast. We're going to continue the talk. We're not going to have the visuals for the Patreon, but we're going to talk more about physical media and those types of things in the Patreon. Consider going to patreon.com/spitballmedia. I want to thank you guys for hanging out in the chat. Clearly, you guys enjoyed it. We enjoyed doing this. We will do a holiday version of this towards the end of the year. We'll make this a regular thing. And of course, like I said, thank you to everybody for contributing to the Patreon. Thanks for everybody hanging out in the free. We're going to see you guys next week. Regular show. We already got a blocked out show pretty much with all the entertainment news going on in the universe. I hope you guys have a nice, safe weekend, and we're heading over to Patreon.